Coming up on Mountain News this morning, there are more developments in the case of Amber Spradlin as accusations of a murder for hire plot swirl. And a family is searching for a new home after an early morning fire destroyed their house.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News This Morning.
Good morning. I'm Amelia Lee at 5:31, and today's date is September 19th. Well, I'm excited for fall and all of that fall weather, so let's check in with meteorologist Tim Drawbridge for a look at your forecast and maybe some hope for some cooler temperatures.
Cooler temperatures off in the extended period, short term, late summer feel to the air, that's for sure, Amelia. Good morning, everyone. 63, low clouds and fog, as you can clearly see on our web camera. A theme to get us going, I guess, in a slow mode this morning, right? Yes, slow getting out the door, but also slow once you end up getting into the car and onto the bus this morning. Yes, visibility with fog, less than a mile, leaving hazard south of the Hal Rogers through the Cumberland Valley, so please keep that in mind. 65 at Prestonsburg, mid-60s in Jackson, lower 60s Wise to Jonesville, doing 62 now at Irvin. Not much going on locally, just a thin ribbon of clouds. We've got the fog right now, so we can't actually see that mid-level deck of clouds moving on through. And here's the planner for the Black and Gold Festival heading through today. Everything kicking off at 10 a.m. as the low clouds and fog will pretty much be done by then. We get up to 84 this afternoon, and for everything this evening, a nice feel to the air, even though it may feel a bit humid to a number of us. More about the ARH First Alert 7-day forecast and those signs of fall coming up in this half hour. Amelia?
Tim, thank you. The Whitley County Grand Jury returned indictments for a mother and her boyfriend who faced charges in a little girl's death. Court records show Denisha Martin, the mother of the girl who died, was indicted on a complicity to murder charge. Darius Wade was indicted on several charges, including murder. Martin's 10-year-old went on a moped ride on I-75 in Whitley County with Wade in August. Police say he was drunk. An SUV crashed into them, killing the child. A teenager has died following a crash that involved a bicycle in Madison County. The crash happened Tuesday night after 18-year-old Jared Van Winkle was hit by a car while he was riding his bike. Van Winkle was reportedly riding his bike on Mount Vernon Road near the Rockcastle County line. The coroner says Van Winkle was heading south. It's not known if the driver of the car will face charges. The family of Amber Spradlin is accusing a county official of spreading rumors about a revenge murder for hire plot. Spradlin's cousin, Debbie Hall, addressed the Floyd County Fiscal Court yesterday, saying Judge Executive Robbie Williams has a copy of a phone conversation between her and an inmate at the Floyd County Detention Center and has been playing it to others while sharing a murder for hire conspiracy. He says he did receive a recording of a call, but has not been spreading the rumors. And while Hall said she does not believe him, they both agree someone needs to be held responsible for sending the call to Williams.
So there's someone in the jail that's leaking out that sensitive information.
Well, I think after today, the jailer will look into it and see what's happened.
We were unable to get the call, but Williams says it did not include anything that seemed like a murder for hire plan. A grand jury has charged a Williamsburg man in a child sexual exploitation case. Tanner Petrie was charged on 32 counts of distribution of matter portraying a minor in a sexual performance. The charges come following Petrie's arrest earlier this year. This reportedly took place between April of last year and June of this year in Whitley County. 5 people were arrested on drug trafficking indictments in Harlan County. The Harlan County Sheriff's Office says Robert Brown, Jeffrey Browning, Simone Bowman, Kenneth Smith, and Clarence Cox were all taken into custody. All 5 men face multiple charges, including trafficking in a controlled substance or trafficking in a simulated controlled substance. Simone Bowman has been released from the Harlan County Detention Center. In East Tennessee, a man is facing charges after police found marijuana in his home. Officers with the Campbell County Sheriff's Office received a call about a domestic violence situation on September 7th after police arrived at the home. A victim reportedly told police she was being held against her will in addition to marijuana. Digital scales were found. Trevor Michael Humphreys was taken to the Campbell County Jail. One family is displaced after an early morning fire in Perry County. WYMT's Madison Carmouche spoke to a family member about how it's more than just a loss of property.
Early Wednesday morning, James Barker got a wake-up call that no one wants.
About 3 o'clock, I heard her hollering for me, and I knew something was wrong, and she knocked on my door and said the house is on fire.
Barker says he's grateful his family is safe, but with the family home destroyed, his brother, sister, and nephews are homeless.
The Red Cross is working on getting them a room right now to help them for a little bit, and then a couple places offered to try and help her find a place.
He says of the 2 homes burned down, one of them was abandoned, which worries him.
That house in front of this one, the old white house, no electricity, no water, no nothing in it. Floors falling through it and everything. But somebody was in it. A fire don't start herself.
Hazard Fire Chief Robert Keith says the start of the fire is unknown but is under investigation.
The sheriff's office responded last night and made contact with the property owner of the exposure that the people lived in, and I assume that they're going to follow up with the investigation.
Barker adds he and his siblings grew up in the home and his parents died there several years ago. In Perry County, Madison Carmouche, WYMT Mountain News.
A man is dead after a Jessamine County house fire in central Kentucky. It happened Tuesday morning at a home in Nicholasville on Hartley Drive in the Tates Creek Estates. The family says they were asleep when the flames broke out. The Fayette County coroner says David Morrow was flown from the scene. He later died at the hospital. 2 dogs and a cat were also killed. The family says they lost everything.
We need clothes, we need food, we need water.
It's hard to, for one person, try to, get everything back together, and it's just hard to do it. But we appreciate every little thing that they could do for us.
Fire crews say the home is a loss. The cause of the fire is still unknown. We have an update on a story we first brought you on Sunday. Senator Johnny Turner of Harlan was involved in an incident involving a lawnmower. The deputy communications director with the Kentucky Senate provided us with a statement about his condition yesterday, saying we remain in communication with the Turner family about the recovery of our dear friend and colleague. We're pleased to report that Johnny made much progress on Tuesday when he could sit upright and communicate, and he continues to improve today. While he remains in some pain, we are grateful for this positive progression. We ask all Kentuckians to continue to pray for his family, for full recovery, and for the comfort of his loved ones as they stand beside him. The Interim Joint Committee on Education continues to review materials that would fall under a college or university's diversity, equity, and inclusion work. In July, lawmakers heard from Morehead State in northern Kentucky. On Tuesday, they called up several more university presidents to testify, including UK President Eli Capilotto. Capilotto says they are changing job descriptions and refraining from political statements.
Since you're not eliminating any positions, is my understanding, will this just be a rebranding?
Do you have some kind of concerns, or whether you think this is in the best interest of UK?
Capilotto responded saying he worried about legislation infringing upon academic freedoms and took these steps for the university. He also says there were roughly 15 positions in the Office of Institutional Diversity, but the university did not cut jobs amid its disbanding. Governor Andy Beshear is set to host a Team Kentucky briefing later today. That will take place at 12:30 in Frankfort. Governor Beshear will update folks in the Commonwealth about several topics, including economic development and the state's response to natural disasters and severe weather. A new home was unveiled today for a Lincoln County woman who lost parts of both arms and legs to a rare infection last year. The home was built in just 10 days in Stanford. It's for Cindy Mullins, who suffered 4 amputations because of a kidney stone infection in December of last year. 300 volunteers and hundreds of thousands of dollars in donations made it possible to construct the home. It's a 7,000 square feet and was built in just a week and a half.
I was like, there ain't no way. I didn't really know. But seeing all these people, all these contractors, I mean, there's people from every walk of life here. A lot of people are competitors working side by side to do this.
The home has several smart features and allows for control of appliances and fixtures by voice command. It was designed and built especially for Mullins' needs. The Pike County Health Department and Pikeville Fire Department are hosting a car seat check event. The event will be later today from 2 to 4 at the Pikeville Walmart. The event is part of Child Passenger Safety Week. Nationally certified technicians will be on site to help with things such as ensuring car seats are safe and secure and to provide recommendations on car seats that are best for your car and your child. When we return, we'll join Lucy Bryson live from Frankfort as we learn more about how a couple believes they found the remains of Joseph Couch.
Waking up to some locally dense fog across the region, but how does the rest of the day shape up? You like a late summertime feel? You'll be happy. The details of the ARH First Alert 7-day forecast after the break.